Welcome back to MS Family as we step into the think tank this Tuesday. There are more than 2/5 of all households in South Africa being headed by women. And female-headed households are most common in rural areas. And so today, more women are taking on this dual responsibility of being both mothers and breadwinners, and with it comes financial stress. Ooh, I know it all too well. Now, DebtBusters is South Africa's leading and largest debt management company, and they've released the results of the 3rd annual Money Stress Tracker. It's one of the largest online surveys about how financial stress impacts other aspects of life. So joining us this morning to share some insights is Payments and Collections Manager at DebtBusters, Nosiphiwo Nxawe. Nosiphiwo, good morning. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I found this so incredibly fascinating. I think it's such a valuable tool. So the data shows that the levels of money stress for all South Africans are elevated, which is understandable, right? But I think it's also important because it reflects the lived experiences of many women in our country when it comes to finances. Can you start by telling us how exactly the Money Stress Tracker works and what were some of its key findings when it comes to the financial stress that women face?
All right, thank you for that. So this is the 3rd year that we were running the Money Stress Tracker, and we went from having an open survey for about 14,000 respondents in 2022, and for this year we did 26,000
wow.
the months of May and June. And with this, these are all clients or South Africans that have gone into the DebtBusters website. And not necessarily debt counseling clients.
Okay.
Who have basically answered questions around how stress has influenced their home life, health, and as well as their finances. And I think the biggest results that we've seen, particularly when it comes to women, now that we are in Women's Month, is that women are currently, earning about 30% less than their male counterparts, which does affect their financial stresses.
Of course, yeah. What are some of the main money concerns for women in South Africa while we are earning that, less than 30%?
I think one of the things that you mentioned is having the dual roles and responsibilities where they have to juggle multiple aspects of their lives with the limited resources and income that they do have. And I think the biggest thing is the fact that it's running out of money at the end of the month and the ability to be able to repay their debt as well. And, this does bring some anxiety when it comes to, mental wellness. And, as South Africans, we come to learn, be resilient and as well as, learn to survive.
So you mentioned the mental toll that this takes on us. What other kinds of impacts does the stress have on women?
Look, I think when it comes to, again, the juggling of being caretakers, also having to, direct households and the additional expenses and unforeseen circumstances that also come with that.
Of course.
And I think when we are looking at the aspects of women being able to be more open as well in terms of communicating and articulating what their stresses are, is quite vast and different to what men also have to, experience, because it is quite or taking a toll when it comes to men having to share the financial experiences that they go through.
It's actually very interesting to note the differences in how we deal with the financial stress as women in comparison to men. And I think, sometimes we also don't look at the options that are available to us, as you just mentioned. So what solutions does DebtBusters offer to curb financial stress, specifically for the financial challenges that women face?
I think the number one thing is to make sure that people are understanding their financial health, understanding their income, understanding their budget, and understanding, what all of that comes together in terms of financial wellness. And what we do is we look at what the challenges and the financial stresses that you have, and your monthly obligations and your repayments, and we look based at the solution that will suit your financial situation.
That sounds so incredibly helpful. Now, for any of our viewers who may be watching this morning who could benefit from debt counseling, debt management, and some of the services that DebtBusters offers, how do they contact you?
All right. I would definitely engage everyone to go to our website, which is www.DebtBusters.co.za, or they can contact us on 086 999 0606.
Thank you so very much for sharing your insights with us, Nosiphiwo. I think this type of data will definitely assist in creating some sustainable solutions to alleviating financial stresses that we face, especially for women and, of course, younger people and those with less income who are the most anxious of our population. And it is our hope that the assistance that DebtBusters offers will encourage those of us who are resistant to seeking help to confront and take better control of our finances.